Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to part 3 of Surviving Mars. This time we've got the Facecam on our Let's Play footage, so that should be a lot of fun seeing some of my reactions to the game. With that, let's get started here. We're on Sol 15, we've got our colony here, and as some of you have mentioned in the comments, it's very disorganized. We've got a lot of these rockets actually, it turns out, are kicking up dust on some of our buildings, which is not good. We're paying a lot more than we should in maintenance. So hopefully as we continue to build, we'll be able to solve some of that and optimize our building placement as well. And maybe I'll finally kick my habit of clumping things up much closer than they should be. So with that, let's jump in and see where this play session takes us. Now, it looks like we've still got our art store that does not have enough workers, which unfortunately there's not too much that we can do about that. It looks like we're pretty good on resources here to start. We've got all 3 of our advanced resources and plenty of our basic resources as well. And I think when we left off, we were just getting this microdome belt. And yeah, it looks like our drones are working on it, so it should just be a matter of time. And I want to actually queue up a little transport network, not sure, a tunnel, right? For them to be able to go on through a passage. The passage connects nearby domes. Yes, this is what I want. So it actually looks like we have a rocket here that's ready for an expedition. Okay, so we finally finished our foundry stage, and our colony has been evaluated positively, which means none of our colonists have died, which is a miracle. Like, I am not sure how they have managed to survive this long. It definitely was not any of my doing. So now we are able to call forward some additional colonists from Earth, so we're able to get some more at any time that we want, which is pretty exciting. I am working on getting a metals extractor built over here, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt considering it's too far away from the typical range of my RC commander here, and so I do have to manually control my drones in order for that to get built. So, a little bit of an annoying thing, but hopefully my drones should be able to get that going. Let's go ahead and see. We do have a rocket that is actually ready for an it is full of fuel, so we're able to send it on an expedition if we so choose. So this additional inventory, I'm not sure if that's the rewards. I know the outcome is definitely going to be the rewards. I assume that is what we need to be able to embark on that mission. So a lot of these require colonists. This one requires just our RC Explorer, which seems like a pretty good thing, seeing that we don't use it too much. So let's go ahead and send expedition there. Okay, and we no longer have our RC Explorer for the time being. Okay, our rocket is back from that mission. That didn't take very long. So, okay, this big radius here is actually the dust radius, so that's where we have to not place our rocket. We can't have any other things within that dust radius. So we do have some space outside our colony. I'm not sure if other rockets are affected by that dust. I don't think so. It doesn't have a maintenance on it. So maybe we can have rockets close together. So we can do that for next time. But now this rocket has returned with some exports. And I think this one can actually, theoretically, maybe go back to Earth. But it is low on fuel. And yeah, the other thing I'm still working on is having this metals extractor built. It looks like it just got built now. So it doesn't have any workers yet. I'm not sure if we can actually assign anyone there. We have super low employment, which is kind of a problem. It's not the correct shift. So, right, I'm not sure if they have to live within the dome, which might be part of the problem. I'm guessing that is what's going on, which is okay. I think we can go ahead and build our next house. I don't remember what it's called. Homes, education, yep. Yeah, we should be able to build a living complex. That should be pretty straightforward. So it'll take up a third of our dome here, but that should be no big deal at all. So yep, this uses concrete, and I think we still need to get some of that concrete going. So maybe we can move our commander closer to the base little... Oh no, we've got drones working on it. That's great, okay. Yeah, so it was really annoying to get this metals extractor built and to be able to transport all the materials over to it. I did end up using my RC transport vehicle, but I would have loved to use my drones instead by maybe moving my commander in like 2 different steps or something like that. So not sure how to do that in the most efficient way. Maybe we can figure out a more efficient way to do that for the next time. So this has gotten built already. Wow, that was super fast. So we can assign some residents to live here now if we want. Everyone does have a job, so I want to see actually if we have... This is not what I want. I'm trying to get to my... Yes, here. So I want to see if we have any geologists. We don't. So that is something that we might want to get from planet Earth. So let's see which buildings are currently missing people. Let's see. I don't think there's a preferred work slot for the art store. So we want at least one more person to go there. And then we have one more person from the spacebar. And again, I don't think that that one does require a specialization. So I think we're looking for 3 for... Let's see. Oh wow, a lot more people potentially for this dome as well. How many people can work here? 4. Okay, so we can get a handful of people over from planet Earth. Now, let's see. I think it's in the resupply tab here. We can get a passenger rocket. And yes, we do have one rocket that is available on Earth. So I think we have a lot less people. Oh no, we still have 97 matching applicants. So, let's see. We can actually just delete everyone this time. I really wish it was a lot easier to filter people by their specialization, but I think this time we kind of know that it is easier to go through and look at them one by one. So let's get Sharia because he doesn't have, because he is religious, he has higher individual base morale, so, and he can never commit suicide in our colony, which is great because we never know when something that happens will make him lose sanity. So that's just great. We've got Beverly, who has a temporary morale increase every time a new technology is increased, and she's a geologist, so really like that. We've got Hua, who is a geologist, but she's a vegan, so unfortunately we're not going to take her for that reason. It is actually because I think you can probably get someone with better perks out there. Let's see. We can get tourists, which gives us funding, and they can leave, but I don't think we want them right away. We can get Peng, who's a geologist, who is composed, meaning they have decreased sanity loss, and he's fit, meaning he has more health recovered when resting, and he likes to exercise. So let's grab him. Let's see. Christina. Oh, she's an alcoholic. We don't want her. We've got Vasil, who is also fit, but he's a gambler. We've got Kobe, who's an alcoholic. We've got Jin, who's sexy, so let's go ahead and take her. We want as many sexy people as possible in our colony. Let's see. I think we will take Lazar, who is fit. I don't want to spend too much time going through this list. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to look at all of these quickly. I don't think we want more than 3 people. Actually, I think this is good. I think 5 people is a good, like, solid number for us to get here right away. It won't overload us or anything. I wonder what the officer role is good at. I think that's the one that we don't have any of. So I'd love to kind of know what it is that they do boost. But we will launch our 5 colonists here, and they should be inbound very soon. Okay, our next rocket is almost here, and we do have an anomaly that's been found. So let's grab our explorer and then see where that anomaly is and begin scanning it. Yeah, and we'll just go ahead and wait until our rocket is here with our 5 new passengers. So it's at 96%. Okay, great. So it is here, and let's go ahead and put it maybe like between those 2 domes, because I think half the people will go to one and half will go to the other. Yay! Oops. There they come. So do they know which ones they're gonna go to? Like, do they know what their jobs are and such? I think these are our 3 geologists. Yeah, and they are gonna go over there. We've got one with no specialization that is going over here, which is fine. I'm realizing that this dome does not have anything that is, like, meant for their morale at all. I didn't put anything like that in here. And it's not connected with the passage. It's like exactly 1 unit out of range to be able to have a passage. Oh, this isn't powered. That would be... Uh-oh. Okay, we've got a lot of alerts. So, okay, before we jump to all of those, let me put a power source for our new rare metal production. I keep forgetting like what all these icons are. Okay, we are gonna put the power cable. I think just like that. And hopefully that is in range of some of our drones. It's not. We could get like a drone hub set up, but I think that might be too expensive here in the beginning. So let's choose a research. Let's see. Actually, we do have our like little design flaw situation, which last time that did lead to like something that required research. So let's look at it. Oh yeah, this is the ban on wind turbines. Wow, and we've actually boosted their production by 15% by doing that research. So that's awesome. We should have a lot less power use, and I think it was using our machine parts. So yeah, now that situation's over, and we should have smooth sailing in that department from now on. Okay, let's go ahead and pick a tech now. So we can upgrade our Moxie and get oxygen production increased by 50%, which might be pretty useful. We can generate extra research per soul for each Explorer vehicle, and we do have one, obviously, so that might be a nice passive. Make probes a little cheaper. Increase production of power, for extractors by 25%, but increase power consumption, or more applicants appear from Earth, or Martianborn get performance. So I like this one that gives us research per soul for each explorer, just because we do have one, obviously, and we'll get a nice boost from that right away. Now, someone pointed out to me that we can upgrade our stuff. Like, if we've been researching upgrades, we have to go out and actually, like, choose to upgrade our existing buildings. But I don't think we've researched anything like that. So I'll be aware of that going forward. If we do research anything that upgrades our existing buildings, we will have to like click on it and hit upgrade in the future. So our drones are starting to build our thing. Okay, great. Rockets require fuel. We've refueled a couple times just from our passive. Yeah, and I don't think we can in any way create a fuel producer. Yeah, we have to research low G hydrosynthesis, or bring a refab from Earth. a prefab, a refab. Yeah, and I didn't think there was one available when we looked. We actually don't have any rockets even available on Earth. I'm curious about these, like, what's this called? A supply pod? Like, is it just a one-time pod and it's just not usable as a back and forth rocket? Is that how that is? Oh, we can actually. Oh, okay, interesting. So we can buy a fuel refinery, and that will produce fuel from water. So maybe the next time that we get cargo from Earth, maybe we will go ahead and buy that, since we do have a little bit of excess water. Okay, we've exported some of our metals from Earth, and we've got a little bit of money because of that. And so our extractor here should be working on that starting pretty soon. Yeah, it is producing 1.8 rare metals per soul, so that's great. I think let's go ahead and put in a storage next to it. Yeah, and we'll just make it a universal. Well, we'll put a dumping site. I don't think anything generates. Oh, it does do dust, but I don't see how our dumping site would get dusty, so that's okay. And the other thing was the machine parts, right? No, the rare metals, oops. Yes, the rare metals depot. And I don't think this gets dusty either. So why is this not getting built? Oh, it needs metal, okay. So let's go ahead and pick up some metal. Please. Yeah, that's why this is still not working. Uh-oh, we've got another meteor. Yeah, it is, again, pretty close to our stuff. Yeah, hopefully this is not, like, a big one. Like, hopefully it's pretty small like the last one. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, that one hit our dome, so that's not nice. It's fractured and losing oxygen. So do we just get our drones to work on that? Or what do we do to address that? It costs 5 polymers to repair it. Yeah, so hopefully we have drones that are gonna fix that. I suppose I'm not very yeah, looks like they're carrying the oxygen. They're bringing it to the art store though, like what are you doing? Our colonists are dying and you're bringing oxygen to the art store. Okay, looks like our fracture is fixed. So, crisis avoided there, once again. It's funny. I completely forgot what we were doing. Yeah, we were getting metal so that we could, create this thing. Yes, finally we can put up our rare metal extractor. We've got so much concrete saved up. Yeah, looks like they are going to get ahead and get that built. Why are the rest of them just chilling out? Like, are only 2 of them gonna go ahead and work on it? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you sitting there? Oh no, it is most of the way built. The white is what's been completed. So they are saying they need metal. Like, can you please finish it? There we go. Okay, finally. It was a little odd. Yes, okay, so please put your excess metal, whoops, back in the depot, which is here. No, don't load, please unload. Okay, okay, looks like we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way by clicking here and unloading our metal. But these crop failures are kind of annoying. Like, they seem to happen pretty often. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it's not really affecting our food supply too much. I think it's just because we do have, like, a yield of, like, you know, we're yielding 2 of them every single soul. Like, it happens pretty frequently. So just the rate of that. And maybe it is, like, reliant on research, so our rate here in the beginning is pretty low. I can definitely see how the new like green, what is it, Green Planet? Is that what it's called? The new DLC feels like it's kind of needed. I just love this guy actually hanging out on his little balcony. He must have a perfect view actually. I love how I've completely like shifted topics, but that would be such a great view to have from your terrarium here on Mars. Right, but I feel like the food production's pretty boring. Like, you, for the most part, I've just been placing these hydroponic farms, and you have like a couple choices what they're gonna produce. Like, I think we have three choices in ours. We can choose between wheatgrass, microgreens, and leaf crops. Maybe you do get more, but it seems just very blah at first. So I can see how there would be an entire new expansion around cultivating food on Mars, really to make that system a little bit more fun. Uh-oh, so it looks like we have a food shortage in this dome. It is because we don't have a food depot there. So we just need to have like a supply route for food over between these two domes. I wonder if it would be easier just to put our hydroponic farm there. Maybe we'll just put a food depot and just manually shuffle some food around. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. It seems like a lot of the micromanagement of this game would be shuffling around some of those little supply chains. So let's see if we can get our commander just between those two. Hopefully they won't starve while I'm doing that. So we've sent it there in the middle. Okay, our drones are coming out, and hopefully we'll be able to select them and get them to shuffle around that food. Yep, so they're grabbing it, and next they're gonna go ahead and put it over here. Please don't die. Wonder how much food they have, actually. Okay, so they've got some. So I'm not sure how they're gonna like load up on that food, like if it's in range or how exactly that works. But he did go ahead and grab some, so that's good. Probably we can actually just go ahead and get like a little bit more because that's not very much. It might be easier to just go ahead and like put in a food production within the system, just so that we don't have to do that too often. So all those drones have... Well, please don't get it. Please, like, load here. Guys. Okay, most of them have food. Like, please put it here. Yeah, deliver. Okay, so we have to select a new tech. So, okay, this will allow us to put our polymer and fuel refinery, which is, we won't have to get those prefabs from Earth, which is kind of nice. But we also do have the prefabs that we need, so I'm not sure when we're gonna need more. Oh, but it is the fuel refinery, and we don't have that one, so that would be pretty nice. I think that's the only one, yes, that is super nice and useful. So let's go ahead and grab that one. We could still outsource. This costs 200 million. We've got 21 billion, which is like a lot. So I think we will go ahead. Yeah, it'll... Oh wow, that is a lot of tech. I just scrolled down for the first time, I think. So it'll let us progress through the game a little faster, and there's not a lot that we're spending money on, and we do have some decent money coming in. Now this concrete extractor has its storage full. Yeah. So I am gonna go ahead and put another concrete depot for it to fill up. I'm really enjoying this game because it's so nice and chill. So far there's been a couple like micromanagey things, but it hasn't been as much as some of the other games I'm used to playing. And I definitely like the ambiance of Mars. I think they've designed it in a way that's very like it's a very tranquil thing, even even though it's so like strange and hostile and foreign. So I'm definitely vibing out. Yeah. Yeah, this is like exactly what I'm talking about. It's funny. But like especially like the music, I don't know if you guys are listening to it as much as I am. Like this flavored text, the visuals, everything's kind of working together to create a nice ambiance of really exploring and thriving on a new planet. I think there's a couple people on this like Let's Play that are experts at this game. They're come here from Reddit and like they think it's funny that I'm a new player playing this and like vibing out to this game. So I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, we've got 4 passengers that are ready to land. They almost died because they forgot about that. It seems typical. Okay, so, yes, let's put our rocket down pretty close to our thing. It is uneven right there. Well, we don't want to put it anywhere where it's uneven. We've got like too many rockets, I think. We can just put it right there. Yeah, I'm sure some of you that have played this game before are like, what is this mess? Like, this is pretty bad in terms of like, this is very crooked or very convoluted network here. I've got way too many rockets. I want to see how we're doing on morale, if we can. Maybe it's easier to look at that like by dome. Let's see this one. Or comfort, I guess I was gonna say. Yeah, so the threshold is possible. Like, children will be born, but we still have not gotten any, unfortunately. So, whoops. Like, I'm not sure if that's just bad or weird RNG that we haven't gotten any so far. Yeah, this one, morale, or I guess comfort, is pretty poor. That's because we haven't given them any service buildings, unfortunately, so... Yeah, and their threshold is 70 comfort, just because we don't have our medical building, and yeah. So it is nice that we put that in the other one. Now, does comfort affect, like, other things as a baseline? Like, does it affect their productivity? I'm not really sure. Like, it probably does have a baseline effect to their productivity. So I wonder if it does make sense for us to just go ahead and place some of those services down for them. They're mostly upset about drinking, so the spacebar is probably makes a lot of sense for us to place down. I really wish it was just one unit closer to this other dome so that we could immediately have them share some of those resources. It is pretty annoying, and it actually makes me wonder, like, if it does make sense just to put another, like, microdome or something, so that in the long run we can connect them with passages. But I wonder, no, they can't work or use services in domes that are not directly connected, so I don't think they can go too over. Like, I think, like, what makes the most sense is doing like a hub and spoke model. Spoke? Model. Yes, and having them go to like a central dome and they can use the services in that one, and then they go like live and work in their home domes. So that makes sense to me in my head as being one of the more effective models, but I guess I'm not really sure. Okay, I've dropped in a couple things within our microdome here, which is our newest dome. So we're gonna get a fountain. And this is going to go ahead and give them a little bit of service comfort. We've got the electronics factory, which eventually obviously will make electronics for us. and it only uses rare metals, which we have a lot of because we're mining them from the ground over here. So it'll be a nice little place, localized place for them to do some production of electronics and have kind of the entire electronic supply chain within there. And I'm also going to go ahead and I think put in another spacebar. This is the thing that's, yeah, making their comfort drop by a lot. So I am going to go ahead, bite the bullet, and yes, put in that spacebar. And now we have no more space in this dome, unfortunately. So we could get like another dome, like a bigger one for our hub and spoke model, like maybe somewhere over here, or maybe over here. We and be able to get that going. Actually, I do think that's more than 20 spaces. Yikes. We'd have to put it like here. But there's not too much that's like workable in this area. What does this want? Just says there's an inactive work shift. What is this icon? There's not enough rare metals. So they are coming from over here. Why is this not producing? We've got some stored. So I think it might just be that we don't have quite enough. Now, I'm not sure how we exactly unload this rocket. Like, we can forbid the exports. Oh, yes, this does unload it. I don't want to unload our full one. I want to unload our smaller one. So this one is a little smaller. We can unload this one. Which is, yes, this button. Do we have any more? This one. Okay. And so now those two rockets will get unloaded and hopefully the rare metal will go somewhere else. And yeah, this one still doesn't have enough workers. Like, hopefully we can get at least one person here. I do want to open it. Okay, that's fine. We can research a new tech. How do we see, like... Oh, we never finished doing these researches. Yeah, we should finish some of the research that we started. I thought maybe we were doing them simultaneously. Okay. So, I'll just look at everything we've unlocked. So, we can increase the research provided by our sponsor for by 100 research points. I'm not sure what that rate is currently. It's 300. Okay, so it is another 100 per soul, which will make our further research 25% faster, which is pretty nice. We can get apartment buildings, which house more colonists, but they do use polymer, which is pretty slow right now. And then we can also upgrade our moisture vaporator, which would be pretty nice, but we're not exactly at a bottleneck. So definitely we're going to go ahead and jump on the research provided by our sponsor. The boost from outsourcing is like huge. Like, it is a third of our current research per soul. So I'm glad that we've done that and we're getting research a lot faster, and hopefully we'll be able to progress at a nicer rate going forward. Oh wow, we've got our first Martian-born baby. Awesome. So I just got the achievement for that. So I'm not really sure where that person is. I do want to find them, hopefully. That's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and go to our menu and hopefully see that person. Child? Can we reset our filters? Is that... Child? Well, I guess I'm not sure. Are they in the nursery? Yeah, Summer Houston is a colonist living in this building. Oh wow, we can zoom in on her. Maybe. maybe. Oh, there she is! Wow, she's big! I didn't know Martians are born, like, as 10-year-olds. It's been less than one soul, and she's already, like, huge, so, it's pretty funny. One of the youngest residents of the colony, and she's resting in the nursery. And I love her, like, animation. Like, that's pretty silly. She's playing by herself. She's clapping. Yeah, skull. That's funny. Awesome. What a great milestone. We've gotten 5 free supply pods as well. Awesome. So that's super exciting. I think we've been waiting for this moment for a long time. We've been like, why aren't we getting any babies? So finally, we have gotten one. So with that, I am going to end the video here. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. I'm super excited that we've gotten our first baby. Yeah, so I'd love to hear what you guys think about this series. If you want to see any more parts, let me know in the comments below, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.